this show, the other show, the one you know. You listen to the other show with real life friends, Kenny, Josh, and Spencer, so let's go!
I'm just listening to him type
Yeah, why not?
on his computer like he's a 1970s secretary.
I mean,
Look, I have a thing for mechanical keyboards, and when you get one yourself, like the tactile feel and everything else, it brings you back to a bygone era where men were men and women were men too.
So nothing's changed. Okay.
So nothing's changed.
Spencer, welcome back.
Thank you. I was not gone, actually.
Well, you were, and then I was, and then we just somehow made it work.
Yeah, and
Can
then
you
we
say
did
that?
the whole Patreon preview, and I picked an episode where Spencer was on paternity at the time.
Oh.
And then I was kind of worried because I was thinking to myself, oh no, like I don't want to give the listeners or Spencer the impression that he's gone because, you know, he's on paternity and we kicked him off the show.
Yeah.
No, there's no announcements today either. Sorry, guys.
And last week was my fault because it was my birthday. So
yeah, I didn't know we get birthdays off, though.
Apparently Josh gave me the option, and he was like, hey, we could record a little early or a little late, or, you know, considering your birthday's on Sunday. And I was like, yeah, I'll take a no.
We only give you that privilege.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Not
you know,
Spencer.
you are the face of this podcast.
That's a bad face. Nobody
You know,
wants to see
and
that face.
I was going to say you're the sex appeal.
That is true.
Once again, no.
No, you are the womanly drive. You are the draw for the drawers, if you know what I mean.
Drive. Okay. Womanly drive for the drawers.
Yep.
Wait, what?
Figure it out. You're a big boy. You are the face of the podcast, and you are the person that actually brings in an audience. Josh and I are here just to support you and to stroke your ego. We're like Pain and Panic.
Now that we're here to talk about me once again. Listen, I'm not the one with the mustache. This is the other show and tell, but Josh has
Oh my gosh.
Yes, mustache. Are you okay?
Speaking of Josh's mustache, Josh, happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Wait,
Thank you
what does
very much.
mustache have to do with the anniversary?
Josh posted pictures of his anniversary.
Yeah.
They went and celebrated on Saturday because things are closed on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Josh, have you ever seen the 1990s? I'm not sure. I believe it's 1998. Classic Dennis the Menace.
Oh my gosh.
You look just like
looked-
Mr. Wilson.
I looked familiar and I couldn't put my finger on it.
So you're saying Josh is Walter Matthau, circa 1991,
Oh my
or
gosh.
whenever that movie came out. You need
That's-
dentures for sure.
And the way that MaryAnn was like fawning over me, now I understand.
Did you have a thing for Walter Matthau?
She does now.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a total tangent. But
You're
happy
just-
anniversary, Josh.
Yeah, happy anniversary.
Yeah, we should probably talk a little bit about that later on, or maybe we could talk about that now. I don't know.
Let's do it. Let's do it now.
Well, so we did celebrate Saturday because the anniversary, as of this recording, is tomorrow, Monday. Generally, what we've done the past couple of years is we've gone to the temple at 3 p.m., which is the time that we got married at. And then afterwards, we'll go for dinner. And we've gone to the Charlton, which is just down Draper. I mean, kind of low key, I guess, in a way, just the two of us and everything. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's been kind of a fun tradition to do, and I can't believe it's been 3 years. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what it's like for you guys, or maybe Spencer.
Whoa,
Sorry.
hey, geez.
Oh, below the belt.
Listen,
Right for the $1.50 combo.
this is a compliment sandwich when you're like, hey, you're the face of the podcast. But real quick, how's your anniversary?
Don't worry, we'll leave you feeling really good about yourself.
Once
after
again,
this
there's the
episode.
sandwich. Okay.
But no, it's so interesting. Like, yes, we've only been married for 3 years,
Yeah.
but it feels like we've been married for 20, 30 years. Like, it just, I guess when you find your person, or when you're living life with that person that you love, it feels much longer.
Yeah.
In a good way, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. And it's just, it's just even like on our honeymoon, it felt like we were there celebrating like our 10th or our 20th anniversary. It just felt
because you were
natural.
enjoying yourself, not because it was tedious, right?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. It just I felt like I had always been with MaryAnn.
Cool.
So,
Josh, I am happy for you. You deserve it. Kent, are you doing okay?
Stop it! Oh my
we're
god!
still in the fillings of the compliment sandwich.
Listen, I'm with my best person, me. No, wait. So nothing weird happened. It wasn't like a crazy anniversary. It was just like nice.
It's the third anniversary, not 5th or 10th.
Yeah, 5th or
Is that when
10th.
it's
Like
get weird?
that's usually when you screw it up somehow, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was. It was interesting. The Charleston is. I don't know if you're familiar with the Charleston at all.
I have no idea what it is.
I don't know. What kind of book does that come from? Is that one of the
It's very fine.
Is it where they make the shoes?
It's they do let Jews in.
No, I said shoes, not Jews.
Oh,
Charlton Jews.
they're like,
you
yeah,
go to
we'll
Candy.
take
I was
anybody's
thinking
money.
Charlton Heston. Is that one of the themed rooms in the anniversary inn?
Would never.
You know, it should
set
be.
foot in the anniversary.
Ten Commandments
Oh my
room?
gosh!
You wanna go in there?
No, Ken, I'm going to open my own themed hotel anniversary.
Okay,
It's
go
going to
on.
be called the Charleston, and they're going to be each room is going to be themed after one of Charlton Heston's movies.
Okay, so Planet of the Apes, obviously.
Obviously, that's going to be
Okay.
like a furry room. Okay.
Don't
Look,
use
no.
the house costumes.
Your
Okay,
partner's
so-
going to dress up as an ape. You're going to dress up as a loincloth, and there's going to be like a spoiler alert Statue of Liberty hidden in the room,
Okay.
and you have
wow.
to find it. Okay.
What about Soylent Green? Is there a Soylent Green room?
It's just going to be full of spam.
Okay.
What about the 10 Commandments?
10 Commandments, right? Well, I'm going to part your Red Sea. Oh my God, that sounds way dirtier than I thought.
I mean, you could
I gotta
actually.
go.
Yeah, that
I gotta
does.
go.
That
Yeah, this is
I
not
think I
okay.
have to take that out.
Out.
That is an automatic E.
You could have gone with like burning something or other. You could have gone with
No, because no matter what you do, that movie, no matter what line, I'm going to get your burning bush. Come on, that's not any better.
like you're gonna get my fourth leg.
Which 12 plagues are you going to get?
You're gonna climb Mount Sinai. Wow, everything sounds bad.
Hopefully the Nile isn't red. Sorry.
Josh, I had already crossed the line and he just took us to Egypt. He took us back to Egypt.
I think that's the title of the episode. You just took us back to Egypt.
Wow.
Anyway, back to the Charleston.
Does the staff turn into a snake? That's what I want to know. Okay.
Other way around.
Yeah, okay. Oh, we can't even keep this. This is horrible. Wow.
Back to my dinner.
For your other
We're
joke.
going to watch 10 Commandments the same way again.
Jeez, you're going to be thinking of jokes the entire time.
Back to my dinner. All right. So the Charleston, as in restaurant. So we've been there. This is our third time being there, and it's really good. Like, it's fine dining,
Yeah.
and usually I get the scallops, which are amazing. Like, they are the best scallops that I have had pretty much anywhere.
Okay.
And then there's MaryAnn, who orders the steak.
Mm-hmm.
Well done.
You seem like you're judging her. Go on.
And, well, here's the thing. The Charleston has really good reviews,
Yeah.
but any negative reviews are because of the chef. He's kind of snooty.
Okay.
Like,
Oh, he was upset with Mary.
I'm pretty sure because, he'll come out and he'll, see how your meal is going. I think I know he's international. I think he's either French or Brazilian. I can't really tell the difference, because it's the accent.
Yeah.
He comes out, he's like, how is the meal? And like, oh, these are wonderful. And he's like, and how is the well done steak?
Because he knows it's bad.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and that's at that moment, like you can read his mind, right?
Yep.
Because he's judging you. You're like, what are these people of Walmart doing in my fine dining restaurant?
Yeah.
You're like, why don't you just go down the street and go get yourself a Whopper at Burger King?
If it helps you, Josh, you don't need to be fine dining for somebody to think that's. I think that when I go to the Texas Roadhouse with you.
Oh, well,
And you'll notice we're not really going to speak up too much about the well done steak because it's MaryAnn, and we fear and respect her.
yes.
So we're not going to judge her for not eating the choice cut of meat.
Well,
No, I fear and respect MaryAnn. I can respect everything else. She married Josh. She made a great decision maker.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately. My wife, who's not behind me, I can see. Oh, she's real. Hi. We've been married for almost 6 years, and she still won't eat a steak right.
Which
And
is
she
what?
comes from medium rare.
It is medium rare.
that is the correct answer.
Okay, so she says what? How was the well done steak? How was the well done steak?
Oh no, she said it was great. Like I don't think she picked up on like
The condescension?
contempt. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
The disdain.
But I think honestly, like the best part that I love going to these fine dining restaurants, it's not just because it's this show and tell of the people of Draper, which I mean, there are some great people that live in Draper. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
But it's kind of like Bountiful, where you hit a certain line of elevation and they have money, right? And they like to show off that money.
Yeah.
I mean, gosh, like just watch the whole Mormon Housewives, right? Like,
No.
that's Draper. I'm sorry, but that's,
I have standards.
well, apparently I don't. But anyway, that.
And I'm the one
that's
with the
Draper.
Charlton Heston themed hotel idea. And I have standards.
That's debatable. Anyway, so anyway, it's fun for that like show and tell, right? And one of the things that we've done the past couple years that we've gone is we love eavesdropping on the conversations, right? Because sometimes their families, sometimes their dates, whatever. We were sitting right next to a first date, and the conversation was just amazing because one, you could tell this guy was showing off his money, and you could tell he was the only one that was talking. It was talking about himself, and we're sitting here like, oh my gosh, and he's talking about all these places where he's traveled and gone, and she's just sitting there kind of picking at her food, and then the drinks come out, and it's alcoholic drinks or whatever, and then he asks her, so are you LDS? And she's like, oh yeah, obviously, I live here in Utah, but she's like, I'm going to hell though because I'm drinking this, and I'm like, MaryAnn and I, like, both of our eyes kind of like wander over to this conversation because, like, you can tell, one, she's on her second drink and this is going to be a good conversation, and she's like, well, no, I'm not really hell. They have like there's like 3 like
What?
heavens or something, and she's sitting there and she's trying to like recount it from her memory, right?
Are you sure she's only 2 drinks in?
It could be 3.
Okay,
I mean,
sure.
they were there before we got there, but she's like, there's the celestial, the telestial, and the Melestial Kingdom.
Oh my.
Hold on.
And
How do you spell that? Let's not spell it. Let's not spell it.
let's not.
Yeah.
And like MaryAnn and I are sitting there like, oh gosh, and she's like, yeah. So I'm not really going to hell. I'll probably just go to the Melestial Kingdom. And by this point, like we're we're just kind of like trying not to like when you're trying to hide in a laugh, and then your shoulders kind of goggle. We're trying not to visibly like laugh, and it just was such a funny conversation with them. Melestial Kingdom.
You guys have mastered anniversaries because as a married couple, you need to be people watchers and eavesdroppers.
Oh, well, and here's the thing though too is so we ordered drinks, like we ordered mocktails, right? Because we're gonna go all out on this meal. Like this is the only meal we splurge for the whole year.
Okay.
And so we got some mocktails.
Sounds better than a dragon meal.
Yeah, trust me, no dragon fruit whatsoever. And MaryAnn got like a really good Italian soda, and then I got a pineapple mojito mocktail.
Okay. You can go to the Melestial Kingdom for those.
Well, here's the thing. I'm driving home, and I'm like, honey, I don't know if that was a mocktail.
Yes.
Like, because I'm feeling a little buzzed.
Yes.
I'm like, can you drive home for me? And she's like, are you serious? And then I turn to her and I'm like, I'm going to the Melestial Kingdom. And then what are the words out of her mouth? That is so unfair. Why doesn't that happen to me?
Yeah. She's like, I want to accidentally take a drink.
I'm like, well, because how do you? There's no mix up if you're getting an Italian soda,
Yeah, that's on her.
And I'm pretty sure that I said the mojito mocktail, and she's like, well, I didn't pay attention.
Wait, did they card you?
They did before. So
They usually only card you if you get a drink, Josh.
damn it. I really am going to the Melestial Kingdom.
I'm not going to say anything, but we did establish he does look like Mr. Wilson. So
Yeah, they don't even need to card you.
They're like, he's pushing 60.
They're like, we got this grumpy old man right here.
if they're carding him, it's to check to see if he needs a senior citizens discount.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have AARP discounts on here? Okay.
But yeah, so anyway,
Oh, I bet she was so jealous.
she was. And so to make that up, she on her way home, she went and got a shave ice. She's like, at least I deserve something.
Oh, you guys were partying like crazy.
Oh, you accidentally got your drink spiked. I'm going to risk it again with shaved ice.
It's shave ice, not shaved.
Oh, sorry.
There's
Sorry.
But yeah, so anyway, it was a
good.
lot of fun. And
Shaved ice is what
tomorrow-
Fred Van Winkle does in the morning.
I'm not going to even go there.
What?
I don't even
Vanilla
want
ice,
to entertain
baby.
that.
That is vanilla ice, baby.
Wow.
He's so proud of himself.
Yes, he is. I'm just so worried that there's some type of, not entendre. What I can't even think of what I'm talking
Double
about.
entendre.
Whatever. You and your words. But anyway, yeah. So tomorrow,
I
Monday,
got lots of them. The most beautiful ones.
Monday is our anniversary, and so I have a couple things planned for tomorrow night. So
That we're
that
not
sounds
really-
really bad.
Do you guys do right? No, we're good.
Split the Red Sea.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my
Do
gosh.
you guys do memories or gifts? You've talked a lot about the way you guys give gifts, which is generally Amazon wish list.
I mean, Kent, to be honest, based on his drink choice, they don't have much memories.
Yeah.
Celestial Kingdom.
So you can't even say even though it'll be after the fact.
Well, as
Just
far
maybe
as
listening.
what I have planned,
Yeah.
actually, I can tell you.
Yeah, tell us.
I'm taking her mini golfing over
Okay.
at Mulligan's,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna go get shave ice, and I'm gonna get her some flowers. Traditionally, when I usually get her flowers, especially for anniversaries, I like getting her the orange roses,
Okay.
just because of the connection with the oranges in our meeting. And
You two are too sweet.
You know what, Josh?
they're really. I love the color on the orange roses too.
Here's the thing: when you get her this shave ice tomorrow, I want you to do a little something special to this shave ice. I want you to spike it. Absolutely. I think you should go get some lime tequila, throw it in there,
Or some
and be like,
rum.
nah. But then be like, babe, here you go. Here you go. And it's like an accidental sin. It's so cute.
But no, it's an accidental sin for her. For Josh, he's definitely going to the Melestial Kingdom.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's established.
Good thing we don't have a sunroof to the car. That could get really bad.
Well, your story definitely beats mine, Josh.
Wait, what's your Spencer?
So my dad served his mission, LDS mission, in the Philippines.
Yeah.
And his mission companion, who is also now retired police from the Philippines, comes to visit like once a year.
Okay.
With his whole family and visits. So we were talking because they were over here for an American barbecue today, and the subject of rodeos came up. And they, do you guys want to go see a rodeo? Yeah. Let's find out what rodeos are going to be going on while you're here. We were trying to find something that's a little bit closer because we're up in Hooper, they're in Layton. So we had some options like in Eagle Mountain, Pleasant Grove, Heber. It's a little too far to go.
Sure.
But there was one at the Golden Spike Arena in Ogden, Crossroads of the West Rodeo.
Okay.
Did you buy him a hat that said, "This is my first rodeo"?
No. We only chose that one because it was the timing of the event, right? So it was June 21st, is when it was. So I sent it to both my parents like, hey, here's the rodeo we talked about going to. I didn't read any of the description. So super Mormon family from the Philippines, extremely Catholic country.
I cannot wait.
Crossroads of the West Regional Rodeo. Join us at the Golden Spike Event Center for the Utah Gay Rodeo Association at the Utah Golden Spike Arena.
So many assless chaps.
Technically, they all are, but the main event there has to be bareback bronc.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, this has or hasn't happened yet?
Has not happened yet, Kent. So if you are not doing anything, June 21st.
Okay, could you read that? I want to look this up online. What is it called again?
So Crossroads of the West Regional Rodeo at the Golden Spike Event Center in Ogden. Friday night, 6:30 is the barrel racing. Then there's going to be Saturday night dancing and performances. No idea what that entails, but that is
Is there a drag show with this? I feel like that would be appropriate for Crossroads of the West Rodeo.
dancing and performances. That's all it says. And then there's going to be an award dinner with the Sylvia Sisters and show at the Outlaw Saloon. And that's just the first day. The second day, let me grab up.
What? There's 2 days?
Oh, of course there's days.
There's got to be a
Like 2
drag
days.
show. And since our sister podcast is a drag show,
That is true. We should go.
I feel like we should go, support this.
Yeah, no. So if you guys want to go see, it is going to be June 21st, the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. Barrel racing, dancing and performances, and then an award show.
So I don't imagine. So by the way, this has happened for the past couple of years, Spencer. It's not like this should have been a surprise.
I had no idea because the only other Crossroads of the West thing that you see happening in Utah is the gun show, which now has a completely different context to me.
So I'm just going to put it out there. It is the Utah Gay Rodeo Association presenting this. I don't think it's going to be a quote unquote gay rodeo. I think it is an organization. I'm pretty sure. They do have bull and bear riding, though.
Okay. So what would make it a rodeo compared to a gay rodeo? Just the assless chaps?
No, I
That's
really
all I think of.
All chaps are that way.
It's just an association of gay rodeo performers. That's it. I think the rodeo is going to be a standard rodeo.
Just a normal rodeo, just a little more
Maybe with
flamboyant.
That's about it. Maybe. The clowns are going to look like Chaperone for sure.
Oh yeah.
And maybe the cowboy hats and the attire will have a little bit of razzle dazzle. Maybe some sequin and some sparkly stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, free wieners for the first 100 people to visit. Hot dogs also will be served.
There we go. This whole episode we're just giving it an E.
This episode's an E.
There will be a country dance party for sure. Yeah.
How they spell country.
No. No.
Stop. What is wrong with you?
It's been 2 weeks. It has been 2 weeks.
You need help.
I'm really worried. I have a story that Spencer sent to me, and I'm worried about reading it now.
You know, it can't get any worse.
Look, no, we did this on other shows that we've both been on independently, and some together, some not.
Yeah, sure.
Where we would give the best person in the show all the credit for finding the best stories.
And this is
So if it was this is a great story. And in the past, if it was a good story, we just give it we wouldn't give it. We would be told that the story was now somebody else's. So Kent, as our lead, our face, you are the ringmaster to our gay rodeo. This is your story.
Well, okay, here I go, because I want to talk. We're going to call this.
What if it's just a happy rodeo?
We're going to call this next segment Taylor Swift time, you guys, because I want to talk about Taylor Swift for a while.
Tea time.
It's tea time. Tea swizzle time. This is partially due to Spencer, but also, did you guys know that Taylor Swift got rights to her first 6 albums back? You guys hear about
right
that?
as she was releasing the last version of Taylor's.
Yeah, Taylor's version. So, if people don't know, she was, when she released her first couple albums, this guy named Scooter Braun basically had rights and he sold them. And so she's never had rights to her first ones. So she redid the albums and then sold them. So she sold twice the amount of music. But now after all that, she actually has the original versions and she can make money off of them. Anyways, this story that I have no idea what's going to happen was sent to me by Spencer. So all credit due to Spencer. So the title, and by the way, this is in the IB Times.
You're just trying to throw me under the bus in case it's bad.
Yeah, of course I am. This is the Irritable Bowel Times or the International Business Times. I don't know, one of the two. So the headline is Human Remains Found Near Taylor Swift's Seaside Mansion. Already it's getting weird. Sparks serial killer fears in Rhode Island. Okay.
Just to clarify, this is International Business Times. It's not a satirical site.
No, it's real. Okay. Am I just reading the article, Spencer?
Yeah, just go for it.
On the morning of 14th of May, 2025, a disturbing discovery rattled the quiet seaside community of Watch Hill, Rhode Island. Human remains believed to be a leg bone were found along Everett Avenue, just minutes along the gates of Taylor Swift's mansion, known as High Watch. Yes.
This sounds like you are pitching like a crime TV show for the BBC.
Yeah, everything seemed normal until police were called to the scene at around 9:30 a.m. Officers from the Westerly Police Department cordoned off the area before transferring their remains to Rhode Island Medical Examiner's Office. That's boring. Okay. While officials currently say there's no evidence of foul play, the find has left many residents deeply unsettled, especially given its proximity to one of the town's most recognizable landmarks. And they're saying a chilling pattern across New England. This isn't the first case to raise alarm in the region. Over the past 3 months, at least a dozen sets of human remains have been uncovered across Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island. From riverbanks to construction sites, the remains have triggered public fears of a possible serial killer operating in New England, a theory that continues to circulate online despite law enforcement urging caution.
You know what this sounds like? This sounds like the plot to Broadchurch.
It kind of does. But so they're going to interview everyone. Are we saying Taylor Swift is a red herring here? Could she be the serial killer, or is she in danger?
It'd make a good movie.
It'd make a great movie. Actually, not a movie, like a limited run TV show on the BBC starring David Tennant.
Swift Revenge? Swift Justice?
No, they named it in the first paragraph. High Watch.
Oh, it is High Watch. Okay.
Ooh.
Continuing. In Watch Hill, where celebrity sightings are more common than crime scenes, the latest find has shaken the mood. A local resident who passed by the site shortly after the discovery called the situation very suspicious and said she couldn't remember anything like it happening in the area before. This is a quiet place. To hear something like this so close to Taylor Swift's house, it's unsettling, she added. And so they go on, they talk to a few more people. High Watch has been a fixture in Swift's life and purchased, blah, blah, blah. Oh, they're talking about the property. This is boring. Oh, they're saying...
Actually, that's a great... I was going to ask, how often is she actually in that house? She's got to have 15 homes?
The Swift team has not made any public comment. The pop star is currently overseas on her blockbuster Eras tour, and it's unclear whether she had been at the residence in recent weeks. So there has been some online speculation. So in the absence of confirmed links between the Rhode Island remains and other cases, social media has filled the void, as it will. Online forums, TikTok threads, and amateur sleuth groups have begun drawing their own connections, feeding the growing rumor mill around a possible serial killer in New England. So authorities basically say, hey, let us do our job. Okay. But what happens next?
You know, before we go into that, Kent, have you ever thought about doing voice work? No, because I have a connection for the Boise Zoo if you're interested.
Oh, the Boise Zoo, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping to get some action figure commercials. Yeah.
Oh, cut it out.
Or maybe like a Disney ride, or at least claim I voiced a Disney ride. Anyway.
Cut it out.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so for now, police are keeping details close as the investigation unfolds. Residents of Watch Hill and across the region are watching closely, waiting for answers. The Westerly Police Department has promised transparency as new information becomes available. Until then, the community has been asked to remain alert and report anything suspicious. And then they're basically saying, stay tuned. I want more.
Can you say Bengal tiger for me, Kent?
Hold on. How does it go? Hold on. What's the Daniel Tiger song?
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. While you're looking that up, I think a more fun and interesting approach to this story, because overall there's nothing there, but there's some key concepts in there that would make for great TV.
Yeah.
The name High Watch.
High Watch is great. Yes.
Human remains wash up on shore in a sleepy New England town that's known for celebrity getaways. Like all that together, like
Kevin Bacon has to be in it.
He does. Pitch us the movie, Kent, and let's cast this thing.
Guys, this is too obvious. I mean, this will happen in the movie, okay? Let's look at some of the titles of Taylor Swift songs. Look What You Made Me Do. Don't Blame Me. I Knew You Were Trouble. Bad Blood. What?
Oh my gosh. Kent.
And when she's talking about bones, she says we are never, ever getting back together. And she's talking about separating bones.
Yeah, because it was just a leg.
Karma, guilty as sin. What?
Where's the rest of the body, Taylor? Where's the rest of the body? We're going to get so sued by her lawyers.
Allegedly, where's the
Allegedly.
body? Where's the body? We need to know.
Breaking news on a podcast with three white dads.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
We'll just tell them that we're the other show, that we're the drag show.
Yeah.
Oh, can you imagine the title song for this show just being like a creepy tuned in a minor instrumental version of one of Taylor's songs?
Hey, Josh, make it happen. Make the murder mystery of High Watch AI song happen.
Yeah. It's got to be like a minor version of like Bad Blood.
Or Shake It Off or something, right?
Yeah. But Shake It Off isn't like it's got to be one of like
the original name for Shake It Off was actually Cut It Off. So
Lorraine and Bobbitt?
No, not that. The other.
Actually, that was what my Moyle was singing when we took him Howard to visit.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, I will keep you guys posted. This was a new story to me. I'll keep you guys posted on the mystery.
Keep us posted, and I look forward to the future Baconsale episode for pitching this.
Yeah.
Kent, I still want you to say Bengal Tiger or Red Panda.
Wait, I was literally looking up the lyrics for Daniel Tiger. You said Bengal Tiger?
I said Bengal Tiger.
I was all, would you be mine? Could you be mine?
I'm like, okay, that's weird. I don't know what kind of zoo you think Boise has.
Wait, Bengal Tiger. Bengal Tiger. Shasta the Liger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Say African elephant.
Not the zoo, but I think you could be narrating some of Josh's AI audiobooks.
Deal. It doesn't have a raspy throat right now. That's really the only the reason that actually worked. But yeah, so look for us. We'll just become a true crime podcast altogether.
That sounds great.
And we'll accuse celebrities of everything else that they have done.
Speaking of true crime, Kent, I failed you.
Oh, go on.
I was invited to a screening that you were not invited to.
Yeah.
And I was going to solve the mystery of what the mystery movie that was being screened was. And I built the chicken coop. So.
Yeah, no, here's the thing. You sent us this text and it was like, hey, there's a new Disney movie coming out with title unknown or indeterminate. And it was like
audience
PG.
test screening.
It was PG, I think. They're saying most likely PG. So bring your family. And it was like a month before any new Disney movie comes out.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here going like, are you going to see Fantastic Four? Like, what's it going to be? But if it's Elio, that would have been a month early. If it's Pixar's Elio, it would have been a month early.
Yeah.
Are they worried about it?
Yeah, they're saying it's going to be a bomb. I think they want good word of mouth.
I don't know. I let you down, but what movies are coming out that we can look forward to?
Oh, there we go. Look at that segue. That was so good. Okay. So
I'm good at a lot of things.
It feels like I haven't done this for a minute, but just because Spencer hasn't been here. So anyway, so let's start with just the movies for June. So this will start on the 6th. We have From the World of John Wick, Ballerina.
Pass.
Why? Why, Spencer?
Derivative. It wasn't even written for John Wick. It was another script entirely unrelated to John Wick that they just slapped his name on.
Yeah, but then they slapped him in. He's in there for a minute.
Does another puppy get killed?
That's a good question. Maybe someone stole her ballet shoes or something.
I don't know.
Yes, but this one has Ana de Armas. I mean,
The
she's
things that set John Wick off are alarming.
what? Dog? You spent $7,000 on a cat, Josh.
Yeah, but I wouldn't chase after him.
You might kill.
You
to get that
might.
money.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I'm not in. Like, you just
Yeah.
can't slap something in and call it in the world of. That never ends well.
I just hate these like ridiculous titles, like what was it, Furiosa Mad Max Saga?
Yeah.
It's like, I know you guys are trying to go off the IP. Cut it out.
A Star Wars story.
Yeah, it's like treat your audience with respect. We know what we're doing.
I mean, they do the same thing with Knives Out now.
Yeah,
Like, Knives Out was the title of the first movie.
Yes.
You don't need to slap that on every subsequent movie.
right.
And I get this. Oh my gosh, I'm defending Ryan Johnson.
Go
That
on.
was not his choice. He did not want to add a Knives Out mystery to all the subsequent movies.
Spencer, you know this, but Josh, you don't. Someone throw it out there anyways. When they were announcing The Dark Knight, I think it was about 2 years before it was ever released, they were like, well, what do we call this movie? And everyone's saying, well, Christopher Nolan wants to call it The Dark Knight. But fans are too dumb to know what that is if it doesn't have the term Batman in the title.
Mm-hmm.
And so the studio wanted him to call it Batman, The Dark Knight. And he's like, there's literally 80 years of comics that say The Dark Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Like, treat them with respect. And thankfully they did.
I mean, treat them with respect, and we're gonna literally put Batman's face on the posters.
Yeah.
They'll know.
Yeah, they'll know. Anyway, so same day, June 6th, is The Phoenician Scheme. This is Wes Anderson's new movie.
I've heard very divisive.
I haven't seen this one. I missed the screening. I will be probably seeing it this Thursday. I don't like Wes. I don't like him.
He's gotten kind of obsessed with the
It's-
smell of his own farts.
Yeah, that's just it. It's his own personal brand of Wes Anderson. And everything looks like a junior high like play where everything seems like really stiff but humorous. I don't know. I'm not in, but we'll see. But then we have on the 13th, if you go to Burger King, you'll see a certain tie-in for How to Train Your Dragon.
Learn more about that on the other show.
Yeah. And Josh, have you seen the animated How to Train Your Dragon movies?
I actually saw the first one for the first time a month ago.
Okay. And?
I actually kind of liked it, to be honest with you. I don't know how many animated movies there are. Is it
There are
two?
3 official
There's
movies.
3? Okay.
Yeah. And Josh, they're incredible.
I thought it was pretty good. I guess I kind of questioned why did they need to be making a live action.
They didn't. It's for money, obviously. They're following Disney's example. And Disney has lost a little bit of money, but then gained it back with Lilo and Stitch, which is horrible.
How well is that doing right now?
Oh, really well. It's made
Really,
a ton of money.
Unfortunately.
So what's the draw to this compared to the original?
Millennials.
Yeah, it's cashing in on millennials or parents don't care about their kids and they just want them to watch a movie and shut up, right? But How to Train Your Dragon, it's because Toothless looks great and they already have a quality movie, so they're going to do a shot for shot,
Yeah.
which
Okay.
it'll be good, but I've seen the movie before.
Yeah, I don't know.
And you'll see it again. Dang it, Kent.
I mean,
I don't know how
motivated.
motivated I would be to watch it, just
Yeah.
because I just watched it for the first time.
Yeah.
Animated, a month ago. But I like the idea because I really did like the first movie. So
Yeah.
I'm sure it will do pretty well.
I think it'll do pretty well. I mean, as long as you don't follow Disney's mistakes and put like really unlikable people in your movies, I think you'll be okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think they'll nail that.
So we'll jump right to the 20th, and then we do have Pixar's Elio, that Spencer could have seen and didn't. He could be telling you that right now.
Could have.
But
Yeah, but I have a great looking patio now.
this is kind of I should look up the synopsis, but it's more of a cosmic movie.
It's a Cuban kid that it's a paternity battle with his mom and dad, and they have to get him back to Cuba, but there's a standoff, and then he hides in a closet in Miami.
Oh my gosh, you're going to hell. You're going to the Melestial Kingdom.
I am going to the Melestial Kingdom.
You know, Kent, we're making fun of him for this, but he's not that far off on the actual synopsis.
Okay, I'm going to read it. Or do you want to read it?
You can read it, but he's not that far off.
So Elio, a space fanatic with an active imagination, finds himself on a cosmic misadventure where he must form new bonds with alien life forms, navigate a crisis of intergalactic proportions, and somehow discover who is truly meant to be, all while being pulled away by DEA.
Aliens, that could be Americans.
Yep. Child goes off to a foreign land where he doesn't know anything and causes an intergalactic crisis.
Yeah.
Same story. Just saying.
Man.
Okay, I mean, someone's got
Janet Reno in this?
Yeah, but her alien form is disturbing for sure. Anyways, that same day, so Josh, you're going to see Elio. I'm going to go see 28 Days Later because
Don't you mean 28 years later?
That's what I meant. 28 years later.
So,
There's a movie nerd here.
okay, you'll have to remind me. I followed, I think, a little bit the last time you were explaining this eons ago. But it's based off of basically kind of like the end of the world. Is that right? And it goes.
Yeah. So what was it? It was literally maybe 22 or 23 years ago. 28 Days Later came out with Cillian Murphy, and it was a zombie movie, but they're not zombies. They're more rage infested humans.
Mm-hmm.
And so they feel like zombies, but they're very, very quick. And that was meant to be the end of the world. And then they made 28 Weeks Later, which is like, obviously it's spread. And this one is like, okay, what's the world like now, 28 years later? But from what I'm seeing, the zombie infection, quote unquote, has only been in the UK. So it's not quite end of the world, except for the UK is gone. I mean, it's just destroyed.
Finally, the colonial superpower is gone.
Yeah, you're real mad.
We have killed
really mad
them.
at those colonizers.
Mm-hmm. I hope there's a zombie queen.
Oh, I hope so too. I will let you know because it's gonna be too scary for you.
I'm sure my eyes out of socket already thinking of it.
Shot on iPhones.
Yeah.
I heard about that. That's
Kind of interesting.
interesting.
And then on the 27th, obviously last weekend of June, we have F1, the movie, which why do they need to call it the movie? That's so stupid. But F1, the movie.
Literally one of my keys on my keyboard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it's not F1 the key or F1 the sport. It's F1 the movie. So this one has Brad Pitt, and it looks pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. It looks pretty cool. Like it's going to be the new dad movie for all dad movies.
Look, as the resident dad, no, I'm not in.
Really?
No.
Car movies are good.
They're hit and miss.
Ferrari, who are you?
Ford v Ferrari, good. Ferrari, not good. You have to have two cars in it for it to be good. Days of Thunder, great. Day of Thunder, not great.
So if this were called F1 and NASCAR the movie, you'd be like, yeah.
No, if it was called F2, we're in.
Oh my gosh.
But once you hit 4, we're out.
Well, there is an F5, Fast 5. Hold on, which one was F8? Who even cares? It doesn't matter. Anyways.
But when it's Fan 4 stick.
So, Kenny, I have a question, though, for you.
Yes.
Because I know this comes out in July. I think
end of June.
Well, July 2nd. Jurassic World.
Oh, we're jumping to July.
I've got it, and like we need to talk about it because is there like a preview or anything that you're going to?
Yeah.
Can I be your date?
Listen, if I don't bring one of the Baconsale guys for a little review, that's on. You're coming. You're coming.
You know that they're official reviewers now. Like,
are they official reviewers?
We're the tier 2 podcast. Remember, Josh?
Oh my gosh! No, I'm just saying if we don't do a Bacon Bit review, Josh, or maybe I just want to invite them. I'll just bring you.
No. You can bring them.
You're my.
How can I become a movie critic?
You just need to see all the scary movies with me, and I think that gets you automatic in. So,
I will do it.
No, you won't. You lie.
I will do it.
Actually, I would love to hear Josh's average Joe reviews.
Yeah, me too.
I would pay for those.
So, Josh, you are excited for Jurassic World Rebirth, then?
Oh, dude, I've been watching like every preview that they come out with, and I just want to see everybody get eaten by
the
dinosaurs.
river scene looks pretty cool.
Yeah, because that was an original scene that they wanted to put into the original movie.
Yeah.
But logistics and all of that just made it impossible.
Kent.
Yes.
You're not going to see this one as a critic.
Go on.
What if we had a other show movie night?
Okay.
And we rented a theater and watched Superman.
Oh, I'm going to see it as a critic, but also let's pick another movie. And yes, I'm not going to support that movie.
What about Fantastic Four?
I hear bad things.
Jurassic World.
Jurassic World feels like the movie to go.
Okay, we'll do Jurassic World.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're calling it now. We're going to look into logistics. Probably the West Jordan AMC because that's the only one I know we can get. Let's rent a theater and
that's a
we'll
cute little
get more
idea.
information.
Okay, well, obviously, let's work it out.
How it works out though, we'll figure it out. But this would be on us. We're not going to invite our listeners to a movie and be like, "Hey, you got to buy your own ticket. You got to pay to hang out with us." Like, no, we can do this.
Okay, well,
bring some
obviously,
good snacks. That's all we
it's
want.
a big idea, Spencer. Let's try it out, and we'll let everyone know.
Maybe I could bring some Dino Nuggies.
Oh, full circle right there.
Yes.
Anyways, with all that, Josh, take us out.
You've just listened to The Other Show with Kent Dunn, Josh Hansen, and Spencer Myers. The Other Show is a Fat Squirrel production. Show design and audio editing is done by me, Josh Hansen. Sales and business manager is Spencer Myers. And resident sex appeal by none other than Kent C. Dunn. The Other Show is generously supported by our friends on Patreon. A huge thank you to our Friends with Benefits tier. These friends are contributing a minimum of $25 a month, which in return comes with some rather significant benefits, including the weekly off-the-cuff episodes of The Other Show, monthly bonus episodes, quarterly access to a live stream recording of an episode of The Other Show, and exclusive swag and perks. A huge thank you to our favorite Brit, Jonathan Baskar, the lovely and talented Mrs. Robinson, the one and only Chris Anderson, Brandon from Popfly Cards, Lady Terry A. Finley, the proud Disney mom, Tanya Budge, the other Keith Brown, it's Rick, not Dick, Smith, Dave, and everyone's favorite Melanie Milring. To support The Other Show on Patreon, visit patreon.com/The Other Show to join. Please rate, review, and subscribe to The Other Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, or wherever podcasts are found. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X. To better connect with us and other fans of The Other Show, join our Facebook group, The Other Group. For links to past episodes, our other shows, and to shop for show swag, visit our website at theother.show. And remember, when you're not listening to me here on The Other Show, you can listen to me on the Fartlek Running podcast show.
You can hear me on my other show, Baconsale.
There can be a Cats and Dogs, Any Given Sunday, Armageddon, Hercules. Yeah, that'd be a good room. Ben-Hur. Can't forget Ben-Hur room. Oh, and SeaQuest 2032. There'll be a SeaQuest 2032 room.
He gave us love. He gave us love. And in every movie, he gave us just 1, 2. Thou shalt get it all. He came down from the mountain like a man on a mission. 2 tablets, 1 robe, and some holy ambition. Said, let my people go. And I felt that chill, 'cause something in that staff could bend a will. And Ben-Hur, he rides, the reins held tight, circling fast in that leather delight. So much tension in that Roman air. Who needs line, a subtle stride from pyramids to palace halls. He doesn't chase, he quietly enthralls.